happen, guys? What is going to happen next? So, for those of you smiling, let me just remind you that a week ago, the pager attack, killing a bunch of civilians in Lebanon, killing a bunch of commanders, and then killing Nasrallah. It was like a week straight of Israeli humiliations. They were smiling. Now you guys are smiling. What's going to happen in the next few hours? They might be smiling again. This is a back and forth every single day or every week, every month. There's going to be a pivot, a shift in momentum. Who's winning, who's losing? Who's winning, who's losing? Who's smiling, who's hurting? And this is going to escalate. This is what many people said since October 7th, that this is going to escalate. And now we're seeing that. It's almost exactly a year later. It is now October 1st. Okay? And we are at the point where Iran and Israel are trading blows for the second time directly like this. And the U.S. is sending more troops to the region, and Russia and China are like, do we get involved? Should we let Iran get destroyed? They're a very important part of our global plans. This is how things escalate up the escalation ladder, and eventually it gets to, see, these guys think they have contained escalation. You do this, I'll do that. And I'm not afraid to do this, because even though you'll do that, it won't get out of control, and we escalate all the way to destroying and killing each other completely. Okay? But at a certain point up the escalation ladder, you stop having control, and it stops being contained. And then it unravels and gets out of control, and boop, 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 boop. Eventually everyone's at war. Eventually Jordan's invading Syria for some reason. That's a joke. They're not going to. But alliances are added upon, dominoes fall, and then everyone's fighting. This is a very scary thought. I should not be smiling while saying it, but I'm smiling because I'm nervous, and also I'm planning to cover it and monetize it. Like and subscribe before World War III. Like and subscribe. I'm kidding. But seriously, guys, this is what we're witnessing right now. So, smile today. Why should you smile? I'll show you a video. Because the people of Gaza had relief. They had relief for the first time in a long time. They watched bombs fall, and they were not falling on them. I'm going to find you this video. Here it is.
مستشفى شهداء الأقصى بصواريخ المقاومة التي تنطلق من كل مكان حاليا تجاه الداخل المحتل. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. يعني هذه الصواريخ. الله أكبر ولله الحمد.
Do you guys understand that these people are experiencing a genocide, and they've been experiencing a genocide for a year? They've been starving. They've been watching their children get blown up, and they're smiling. They have relief for the first time. This is the only reason why I'm smiling. It's not the only reason why, but it's a very important reason why, okay? They are watching rockets fall, and they know it's not on them. They know it's not on them, and that gives me a big smile. And I wish the other nations in the region had the balls to do this earlier. I wish they had the dignity, the respect, the care for their people, okay? To do this sooner. Not just Iran, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, Jordan, Syria. They should have never allowed tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people to be killed like this. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. A major betrayal. They should have invaded. They should have said, we will bleed with you. We will bleed with you. We will provide you relief. We will put fear in the enemy so they don't do this to you, and they didn't do it. And at least if you don't do it militarily, do it economically. Do it diplomatically. UAE, normalize with the state of Israel. Pull out. You normalize. You should have some leverage. You want to keep normalizing with them? Fine, but threaten to pause it. Pull out. Make them stop. You didn't. So when you don't want to do it diplomatically, you don't want to do it economically, then you have to do it militarily. And if you're not going to do it, at least Iran is doing it. So for those wondering, how can you be supportive of those who, the crimes they committed in Syria? Yes, I understand. No one is happy about what happened in Syria. But do you see how complex the world that we live in is? Look at these. Do you think these Palestinian Sunnis from Gaza, obviously the majority of them supported the revolution in Syria, yet they're smiling. Those who committed crimes in Syria, okay, which everyone committed crimes in Syria. Everyone is complicit about what happened in Syria. These people are smiling for those who are complicit in those crimes. The world is complicated. Very, 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 very complicated. What we need to do is stop this division, and this might be naive and idealistic of me to say, but Palestine has to be free. This Western colonial Zionist genocidal apartheid project filled with ethno-supremacist maniacs needs to be defeated. They need to get exported back to Europe. They need to be put on ships and planes and sent home, because obviously they don't want to live in the region together. They don't want to live in peace. They want to dominate. They want to take the resources. They want to kill. They think they're the only ones who are human beings. So there is no, really, there's no living with these people. They have to be sent home. We got to buy you a flight. We got to buy you a flight. Use your Sky Miles and go home. Use your Sky Miles and go home. All right, let's read the chat.